Hello, my dear family members. I am very much excited to share you the good news. That is, as the situation is getting better, TCS started hiring for thousands of 2024 candidates. So you must have some questions like what should be the packages, what are the roles, what's the recruitment process, what's the syllabus, what's the cutoff, how to apply, where to apply, what are the don'ts and what are the do's for NQT, and how to prepare. Don't worry, I will share the full details about those questions. So let's get into the topic. But before we proceed to the details about the TCS NQT, I would like to inform you that I have prepared a prime material specially for 2024 batch in which I have included all the previous year full question set, more than 20 mock tests and many other resources. I'm giving guarantee if you solve two set of papers, then you will get almost similar questions. So if you are interested, then please knock me at my Insta ID, instagram.com/techno.ev. Okay, let's see. So the first question is where to apply, right? So you must go through tcs.com, not tcsion.com, because TCS Ion is also conducting the same exam like on 17th April 2024. This is paid exam and this is for all, right? And from tcs.com you will get the link in the description. Go through that, okay? Because this is free and for only 2024 batch and this is off campus drive, right? So go through that link. So how to apply? So please go through the link and you will get the registration details. Give those, apply for drive, and then click on in center like what should be the your preferred location. Give that and give the necessary details and click OK, right? And track your application. So now let's talk about the test eligibility, right? So all the 2024 batch will be eligible and minimum 60% throughout the career he must have. So eligible highest qualifications are like BTech, ME, MTech, MCA, MS, MSc, etc. Right? And no backlogs are allowed. Okay, and extended education are also not allowed. Like there should not be any year gap, or the course type should be full time, not like part time or distance, or open schooling is allowed. Like in secondary, if you have done the course from NIOS, then this is allowed, and work experience must be lesser than 2 years, and your age should be between 18 to 28 years, right? So for which role they are hiring for? So they're hiring for prime, digital and ninja role. So for prime, they are giving 9 LPA for the UG candidates, and for PG candidate they are giving 11.5 LPA, and the tasks are as follows, right? And for digital candidates they are giving 7 LPA to the UG candidate, and for PG candidate they are giving 7.03 LPA, and the tasks are as follows, right? So for ninja candidate they are giving 3.36 LPA, and for ninja PG candidate they are giving 3.53 LPA, right? And let's talk about the features and test patterns, right? So like the previous year, in this year as well, the exam pattern will be quite same. Like for numerical ability, for verbal ability, for reasoning ability, from the foundation section will have the same time duration, and from the advanced section you will have the same time duration like 25 minutes and 90 minutes for the advanced coding section. So what should be the number of questions, like number divisions? So let's see that. So for numerical ability in the foundation section, you will have 20 questions, and for reasoning ability, you will have 20 questions. For verbal ability, you will have 25 questions, right? And for advanced sections, you will have 15 questions merged from quants and logical, and from advanced coding section, you will have 3 questions, and the number will be 45, and you will have total 1.5 hours, like 90 minutes, right? So let's talk about the detailed syllabus of TCS NQT, right? So the syllabus for TCS NQT is like okay. Before we talk about the details about the syllabus, just go through this note. That is, there will be no negative marking, and TCS NQT is non-adapted this year because you will have only one options like in center. You will have no options to give the exam from remote location, right? And you will not get any extra rough paper in the exam, as calculator and rough paper will be available on your desktop screen, right? So just do the necessary things in the rough paper and not the full maths, full logical, right? So do only necessary things, and your eye must be on the camera, because if you are not watching at the camera for long time, then it might get the pop-up like you are doing malpractices. So please be attentive, be mindful on that, right? So the syllabus like verbal ability, reasoning ability, numerical ability, and advanced quantitative, advanced reasoning, and advanced coding, right? So these are the total sections you will have to go through, right? Okay, let's go through the important keynotes that you must be aware of, right? So section switching is not allowed, right? And candidates are not allowed to revisit already answered questions. So you must have to be aware of this, right? So subsection switching is also not allowed, and all the questions are mandatory, and revisiting the questions is not allowed. Okay, so browser tab shifting are not allowed. Exam will be immediately terminated. Like you will not be allowed to give the exam again, I think. Okay, so video and audio will be monitored by an AI. So if, there must be some loopholes, but don't try to use that loopholes on that current scenario. I mean, on that uh, center, right? And one teacher will proctor, and maybe one more than one teacher will proctor 20 students, right? So let's get into the full details syllabus, right? So as the advanced quantitative ability or advanced reasoning ability sections are covering most of the sections, most of the chapters, then if you are solving only these chapters, then it is enough, right? So in foundation section, there can be some extra chapters, but if you are solving these chapters, then this will also be enough, right? So from advanced quantitative, you will have HCF and LCM, geometry, edges, alligation and mixtures, averages, clocks and calendars, equations, percentages, permutation, combination, probability, profit and loss, ratios and proportion, series and progressions, time, speed and distance, time and work, mean, median, mode, standard deviations. And from these sections, you will have more than 3 to 4 questions, right? So give importance in this chapter. And data interpretation in these chapters also, you will have more than 3 to 4 questions, right? I mean, from combination of these two chapters, data interpretation and graphical data interpretation, right? And from pie charts, tabular data interpretation, simple arithmetic operations, these are also important, right? So from advanced reasoning ability, you will have word identifications, meaningful word creation, numerical patterns, letter analogy, edges, blood relations, complex setting arrangements, distance and directions, odd man out, symbols and notations, queue and paper folding. So queue and paper folding sections is very important. From this section, there can be 3 to 4 questions, right? And data sufficiency, decision making, syllogism. So from syllogism, you will have more than 3 to 4 questions as well. So and prepositional reasoning, visual reasoning. So these are all important chapter you have to focus on, right? And from advanced coding ability, you will have these uh, language to solve your code like C, C++, Java, Python, Perl. So and the most of the questions will be from array and strings, right? So please go through that. You will get all the questions common. So let's talk about the cutoff. So as per the previous year experience, I can say that more than 75% will be the cutoff. So please have your primary focus on 90% or more than that. And if you get 75% all total, then it is also okay. And if you are getting more than 85% from the reasoning and numericals, this is also fine. And if you are not solving the questions like coding, then and if you have solved only the reasoning and numerical ability questions fully, then this is also okay for ninja role, right? And if you are willing to get the highest package, then you must have to go through all the questions and give answer, and also give answer rightly, right? Okay. Okay, so now your questions is like where to prepare. So my suggestion is like you can get our prime materials. From that you will get full details about the questions, recent questions. You will get the all mock tests, so you can go through that. And if you want to go through the free resources, then you can go with indiabix.com. So they are giving all the questions like you can practice all the numericals questions, you can practice the reasoning ability and the verbal questions as well, right? So you can go through that. So I hope all the topics are covered. So if you want more such information, then let me know in the comment section. And if you loved this video, then please subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding TCS. And if you want more such content, then please share this content with your friends so that they can also take help, right? So thank you for the decision.